What's going on, y'all? I was lucky enough to get invited into the 2XKO Alpha Lab. Yeah, but I just want to talk about my first impressions, my experiences with it so far. It's been out for a little over a day. I've slept maybe 4 hours, had early rise for work, and just been absolutely grinding. Playing mostly Yasuo, Darius. I dabbled in some Ahri. I've messed with all the characters. I've got like a combo down for almost all the characters. I haven't really touched Braum enough. Or Alawi. Alawi, just everything kind of just flows. So like I hopped on her and I played her for like maybe 30 minutes. If I want to mess around with Alawi, I could just play her. Like everything just feels right with that character. And I think that's the case for most of the characters. The game itself really just feels right. Like when you're in it playing, the game's like incredibly, I hate to call it like tight, but like it feels like tight. 2XKO, everything feels very intentional. That's a better word than tight. Everything feels very intentional. It's very responsive. And as I've gotten used to how it feels and how it plays, it just like is getting better and better. You know, the layers of gameplay are like super deep, and it's already, you know, it's only in this alpha state, right? Like we've only got 6 characters in 5 fuses. I don't know how many fuses they're going to add, but it feels amazing, to be honest with you. Like the more I dig into different combo routes, the more I dig into the more neutral I play. It's super fun. I'm having a blast with it. It really sucks that this had to be invite only. I understand that they, you know, it's early and they want to keep it specific. They don't want to overload it and all of that. I totally get it. But, you know, when you're one of the people that doesn't get the invite, it sucks a lot. And I'm lucky enough to be in, but I feel really bad for like all of the people who have been just as excited as me. You know, we've been waiting on this game for the better part of a decade at this point. Yeah, Rising Thunder got bought in 2017, 2018. So yeah, I mean, we're pushing. It's been a while. You know, the game was like the worst kept secret in the world before they even started talking about it. So we've been waiting forever for this game, and the fact that a bunch of people get to play it and all of that, some people don't, it totally sucks. I don't really want to blame Riot super bad because it feels like the 2XKO dev team is really trying to get the game in the hands of the community, and they're doing a great job for the most part. I just know that it sucks to not have a code, and like if you're one of those people who doesn't have a code, I feel really bad for you, and I'm sorry, dude. If there was a way for me to help you get you playing, I would do my best to, but there's nothing I can do. The only weird things, I guess we'll go into like the jank that I've experienced, because there's not a lot. You know, the menus aren't like poppy. They're not like, everything's a little snappy, but it doesn't feel like I don't get enough feedback from clicking on the things in the menus, specifically like character select. So when you load in and you click your, you know, your spot, it's kind of like, is ever play an old sports game where you move the cursor to one side? It's like that. That part feels really good, but something about selecting the characters, you have to like click on the character and then you click on it again because you're choosing a costume, and then you click on the color, and it feels like you should click on the character and then be able to scroll up and down to scroll through the skins, and like so you click on the character, you go left and right to scroll skins, you press down to scroll through the colors, and then you click again. It feels like that's how you should be doing it, and for whatever reason it takes 3 clicks in 2XKO. So that just feels off. There's just also not enough feedback when you're clicking on things there. So like the first like 5 hours I was playing, every time I queued into a match, I'm like, okay, how many times do I need to click this button to select things? And then also you're selecting the fuse after you're selecting both the characters. It just feels like a lot of pressing on the character select screen. And like they're doing a good job with, you know, the music's great on the character select screen. I like the layout. I think there should probably be more pop on there, and there probably will be, you know, alpha early stuff, yada yada. But this is just my feedback. You know, the menus are serviceable right now. I'm sure they're all going to be completely overhauled or significantly changed. Obviously, the battle pass that's going on right now, I've done 2 days of daily missions, and then I've done my weekly missions. And I think I have the Bladesong Yasuo skin, so I'm like level 6 or 7 in the battle pass right now. The progression seems fine. It seems like every other battle pass. You know, kind of player that's just gonna grind my game. So I'm gonna get the battle pass done if I'm playing the game actively, especially fighting games. So it doesn't really affect me. The rewards are kind of cool. Like your little avatar, you gotta back up a little bit. For those who don't know, you get like this little avatar guy that goes into the lobbies, which we'll get into in a minute. But you get like stuff for them. You get other colors for costumes. What else do you even get? You get credits. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but that's like all you get. I kind of like that there isn't a bunch of bullshit in there right now. You know, in some of these, especially fighting game battle passes like Tekken, there's just so much garbage. Like there's maybe 2 items you want ever in these battle passes, like Tekken and Street Fighter. They're just not worth it. I think Granblue Fantasy Versus does the battle pass the best because it's like cheap. It's like $5. And there is a lot of like colors, and there is like a really dope skin at the very end to look forward to. I just wish that battle passes in general for these fighting games could have better filler things that you get, not just your big skin at the end and maybe the cool skin you get for buying the pass. Like every 5 levels, give me something pretty neat. Doesn't need to be like new skin, but give me some like cool new, like a brand new color for a character, something like that. Training mode's awesome. There's some jank to it, obviously. Some of the menus just look like oof, super placeholder, but that's, to be expected. I had some like weird issues with the health bars. Like I would combo into some specific supers, and like the health bar would reset during the super animation, so I couldn't see the entirety of my combo damage at the top right. You know what I mean? That was a little annoying. I don't know if that's a setting that I don't know if that's on me or if that's on the game, but comboing into Darius's level 2 always reset the health, and I couldn't get it not to. And speaking of Darius's level 2 and just in general the damage coming out from supers, I feel like anytime I get touched and a super comes out, I'm exploding. Really, I'm just exploding anytime I get touched. And anytime I touch other people, anytime I touch other people in the game, I hit them and combo them and set up them and yada yada. People are exploding. It's actually really awesome, and on one hand, like super cool to have this super deep game where you can do all these crazy fucked up goblin shit to people, but it sucks to get hit by it. And as accessible as this game is, I feel like it's actually incredibly accessible for a new player. The new players are going to get fucking destroyed. Not even new players, forget that, because like new players, they could live in their own bubble. The like slightly above new player, like really thinking like, oh, I've put like 20 hours into this, maybe I'll put more time and like try and take it for real. Those people are gonna get destroyed. This is a game where there's absolutely levels to it. It's gonna be awesome to see it develop. I'm just worried about people exploding too much, frankly. I don't know if damage needs to be tuned or anything. I'm not a fucking game designer. That's not me. All I know is dudes are exploding. Feels like the rounds are going really fast. I feel like there's not enough impact in gray health. Like it doesn't come back quick enough or something, because we'll go through the flow of the match, and even if I'm playing like a really tight game and we've tagged like a few times throughout it, it really just doesn't feel like the gray health is making a huge impact. For context, I've played mostly singles. I did play some duos with Riot Dev, actually. I'll throw some, that'll probably be the gameplay up. I forget which Riot Dev it is, but they tweeted out that they're having a lobby, so I joined in. There were a bunch of Riot Devs, played some matches, played some 2v2 duos, and I actually ran into them and Bruiser Minion, funny enough, later on. So we'll put those matches up in the background. But 1v2, 1v1, 2v2. I haven't played 2v1 personally, but they all feel really good. I was worried that 2v2 would be at this huge disadvantage, but having a person that's entirely focused on the assists and stuff is actually really good, because you can take that out of your mental stack. I don't know how it's going to be at like a super high end. Like I'm not some fucking top player. I grind these games and play them for my own enjoyment, and I get to like the higher ranks and whatever, and I try my best, but I'm not like a pro player. I barely enter tournaments, stuff like that. I'm a lurker. Maybe we'll change that with 2XKO. I don't know. Maybe I'll enter some tournaments. Yeah, the best part for me is absolutely just how the characters feel, how it feels to play, how it feels to press the freaking buttons, man. 2XKO is really cool. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. What else? Oh, the lobbies. Yeah, the lobbies. I forget what it's called. It's called something like the match, or what is it, whatever it's called, the showdown, whatever they're calling the lobby system in this game. It's another fucking lobby system. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think it is cooler than most of the other lobbies that we've had, especially when you compare it to like Strive or Grand Blue. Street Fighter is all right, but I'm never in there. So you compare it to those ones. Apparently Tekken has one also. I've never even been in it. Didn't even know it existed for the longest time. But the lobby's cool. I like that you can seamlessly watch people play. I like you match up and you like see their avatar, you walk to a cabinet, like the feel is there. I know what they're going for. They're going for this arcade feel. That's awesome. Unfortunately, nothing will ever compare to just training mode matchmaking. And I'm sorry to be that way. I'm sure when like ranked comes out or something, that'll be an existing feature. For now, it's fine in this test, and I get that they're testing the lobby. But in a realistic scenario where you're grinding ranked or matches and you need to lab things in between games, it's just way easier to have training mode matchmaking as a player. You know, I'm down for these lobbies when you're just kicking back, having beers with the homies and playing some games. I think 2XKO really could fill that niche of like almost borderline the party game fighting game. You know what I mean? Like you just kick back with the homies and play. So I think the lobby has a place there. I just am a training mode matchmaking person. It feels way better to just hop straight into training mode. And with this training mode, it would be really good because their training mode's already pretty damn deep. I really like what they're going for with the lobbies, and I don't want to sound like a complete hater. I really hope that I'm eating my words 2 years from now and we're all messing around in the lobbies, having a great time with our little avatars, and then you can quickly find matches. You know, maybe they'll keep it separate to like casual matches, lobbies, ranked, you do training mode matchmaking or something, and I'm cool with that. That's fine. You know, the least amount of barriers you have between me hopping on the game and fighting another dude, the better. And lobbies, unfortunately, they are just an added layer of barrier. Now, if the lobby works really well, it will be fine and it will be tolerable and it will be okay. And I think there are enough little fun things going on in there for me to enjoy it. Sound like a broken record, I know. Training mode matchmaking is just the way to go. I'm super excited to keep grinding, labbing away throughout the rest of the Alpha Lab, just playing matches, gathering footage so that I can have my own footage for videos. I'm not stealing footage from people. I can get my own assets for thumbnails. It's going to be, I'm excited for that stuff. To be honest, that's like the thing I'm the most excited for Alpha Lab. We'll have gameplay footage up on the channel a lot throughout. Even after Alpha Lab's done, I'll throw some stuff up for y'all. Any other first impressions? The music's awesome. The presentation's awesome in general. Duh. I mean, that just feels like an afterthought because Riot always crushes it in that area. Their artists and the people that they get to do music and everything are just always crushing it. You know, the characters animate really well. Some look a little better than others. Like, obviously, Ahri looks amazing. She looks like a half step above everyone, and I don't know. I think that's probably just because she's like, it's Ahri, dude. She's so popular. They have to make her look fucking amazing. And I thought she wouldn't look as good as she does because she was one of the earlier characters, but she looks amazing. All the characters look really good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say anyone looks bad. To me, something about how her face animates, especially during like her super and stuff, just looks really good. Maybe she's just really pretty. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, and dude, this Brazen Hydra stage right here, this stage is fucking awesome. Like, the music's incredible. Everything in the background is so cool. I love the lighting here. It's by far my favorite stage. I like this one and the first one. I'm not as big a fan of the newest one because it just kind of feels like nothing's going on there. But yeah, dude, this stage rocks. You know, I'm excited for them to bring in more characters. We need Jinx and Vi. I'm sure Jace is coming with Arcane. That's in November, so we should get a get some character stuff soon. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the full release of the game. There's gonna be a shitload of 2XKO videos on this channel, so if you're still here, still sticking around, I got you. Let me know, did you get into the Alpha Lab? Are you enjoying the game, or did you get snubbed by Riot? Once again, can you believe we always get snubbed by Riot? If you didn't get in, is there any kind of content that you want to see on the game specifically? Or anything that you want to see someone do, or want, like anything in the menu you want to see? Please leave it down below. I'll show it all. I will try my best to get you to experience as much as you can, because I know it sucks. But yeah, tons of fun, enjoying the game. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you in our next fight.